What's up, y'all? It's Marcellus Wiley, that dude. Let's talk about what y'all talking about, which is Ryan Clark. And let me give it to him for real. Standing ovation. Boy, he went at Cam Newton's neck about the disrespect to Jalen Hurts. So now he compares the two quarterbacks, and we're going to compare the two quarterbacks as well and talk about their legacy and talk about what their legacies will look like and make that projection. Who's the better quarterback, Jalen Hurts or Cam Newton? We're going to have some fun with that. Take a deep dive into that. But before we do all that, make sure you guys support this channel by subscribing. Make sure you guys also support the community by going to projecttransition.org right there. Now, leave an email. Just be a volunteer. That's fine. And you can be a part of our global giving community. You want to do more and donate? Or you want to become a gym member, a giver every month, like James Washington, who's received this book as a thank you for being a gym member, a giver every month. We love you guys out there for helping us give the resources to these kids and experiences and exposures, mentorship, and all of our skills camps. So we need your support to do just that. That's projecttransition.org. Check it out. All right, now, check this out. This is a video where he went at my man's neck. Goodness, what did Cam Newton do to you? What did Cam Newton do to you? So we got a Jalen Hurts conversation, and you know Jalen Hurts gets slighted. It just doesn't look the part. He just isn't the part. And won a Super Bowl, been to two, blah, blah, blah. Well, Ryan Clark says it a lot better than me, so let's hear what he got to say about you, Cam Newton.
Have excuses to disrespect Jalen Hurts. Cam recently said I was playing things safe, so let me cook for a second here, right? So there's different ways to look at it. Historically and presently, Jalen Hurts is the top 10 quarterback, and you're going to look at it different ways. You're going to look at talents above X's and O's, the ability to help your team win, and then to me, it's proximity to the GOAT. Let's take Cam Newton, right? What made Cam Newton great? He could be powerful in short yardage and goal line. He could extend plays with his legs. He was this big physical presence. So is Jalen Hurts, right? Cam Newton went to the playoffs 4 times. Jalen Hurts been to the playoffs 4 times already. Cam Newton went to 3 Pro Bowls. Jalen Hurts already been to 2. Cam Newton was an MVP, and he got to the Super Bowl, and he forgot to bring his cape.
God dang. Forgot to bring his cape. Damn, that one play killing Cam forever. You see Hawkins over there like, you cooking, dog. He cooking right now, y'all. Look, we all know that with inflation, the numbers look different. The stats look different. So Jalen Hurts is going to obviously benefit from today's passing era compared to Cam Newton. But even with that adjusted, you can still understand where Ryan Clark is coming from. And, boy, he ain't done. Look at this. Keep going, Wiley.
When Jalen Hurts is going to the Super Bowl, he's brought his cape, and he's also brought the Avengers with him, who are not even in D.C. They in Marvel, right? And so now let's think about this. Okay, let's go to winning. Eli Manning is going to be a Hall of Famer. Why is Eli Manning going to be a Hall of Famer? Because he had 2 epic runs to the Super Bowl. And in those Super Bowls, he played great, and he beat the GOAT not only of that time, but the GOAT of the era, right? But he's only been to 4 Pro Bowls. He never got an MVP vote. He was never an All-Pro. Jalen Hurts has done all of those things. Right now let's look at Jalen Hurts in this time. In the Super Bowl, how do we measure every quarterback in the AFC? What is your proximity to Patrick Mahomes? You know the 3 quarterbacks that's beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs? I know who they are. They're Joe Burrow, they're Tom Brady, and they're Jalen Hurts. And not only did Jalen Hurts beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs or in the Super Bowl, he outplayed him in the Super Bowl. And so now, here is what I think. If you don't want to count Jalen Hurts in your top 10, I have one question. Who's in the top 10? And how do you get there? And the last thing is this, right? Cam Newton is using excuses to not put Jalen Hurts in the top 10. Excuses are tools of incompetence that build monuments of nothingness, and those who major in their usage are non-achievers. The ring that Jalen Hurts is walking around with says top 10 to me. Tell Cam to show you his. We have to...
One more time. Now, y'all know I love me some Cam Newton. Now, him saying Jalen Hurts is not a top 10 quarterback does not get met with such vitriol like what Ryan Clark just did when I hear that. I hear you. Become a gym member with Project Transition. As a giver every month, small gifts have a big impact in creating real change. Not only will you transform lives, you'll also win and unlock once-in-a-lifetime experiences. Join me, Marcellus Wiley, in making a real impact through Project Transition, a global giving community dedicated to uplifting underserved youth with mentorship, education, and access to real opportunities. Your donation doesn't just enter you to win unforgettable prizes and exclusive experiences with myself and other gym members. It fuels our mission to empower the next generation of leaders, dreamers, and game changers. From after school programs, life skills camps, and career development, every dollar helps unlock potential where it's needed most and where every person makes a world of difference. Give back, win big, be the difference, be greater than your greatest excuse. Support Project Transition today. Become a gym member and help turn obstacles into opportunities. Like, oh, I could see where you're coming from. There's a lot of players who don't have the team success, the accolades and achievements, but you just look at him and be like, he's a better quarterback, right? Right? Like Justin Herbert. Is Jalen Hurts better than Justin Herbert? I would say no. Most people would say no. But then you look at what Jalen Hurts has done compared to Justin Herbert, you're like, maybe. Because then Justin Herbert is setting individual records for in the first 4 years, passing yards, touchdown, all that stuff. And then Jalen Hurts is like, I'm going to Super Bowls. And I won one. And I destroyed Patrick Mahomes, et cetera, all pros, et cetera. It's a great argument. He came at Cam's neck. I know he did it out of respect, but this is why, and this is when I love football analysis, sports analysis, even Ryan Clark, who at many times I'm not in favor of because it's coming with some other issues and craziness. This was clear. This was pure. This was, hey, bro, what you talking about? And he broke it down to what he was talking about. Tremendous right there. So that gets me going and makes me think, okay, so if that's what you think Jalen Hurts is, he's top 10. And it's not even so much about Cam Newton versus Jalen Hurts, but he was saying he used the Jalen Hurts as a pawn for an argument that, dog, not only is he top 10, he's better than you. That's what I heard. So let's ask, is he better than Cam Newton? The Cam Newton, who we all know, we can see his stats right here, but who wants to see it in paragraph form? We want to see it in comp. In career comparison. So, bam, 11 years to 5 years, Jalen Hurts, okay? 32,000 versus 14,000. 194 versus 85 touchdowns. So, if he plays 6 more years, he'll pass Cam Newton up in passing yardage at this rate. He'll pass him up in rushing yards in like 4 years, 3 years. Cam was an MVP. Stop playing with that man, y'all. Offensive Player of the Year. Stop playing with that man, y'all. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Stop playing with Cam Newton. And then we got a Super Bowl MVP. Don't play. MVP runner-up. And time 100, I guess, top 100 players. I've been there, so we ain't going to count that. 1 Super Bowl appearance and 4 playoff appearances. 2 Super Bowl appearances, 1 win. So that, and then the playoffs. High-impact dual threat. Revolutionized position. Did he? Yeah. I mean, I know I've seen running quarterbacks before, but not with that power, I don't think. Yeah, you're right. Strong leader, team first quarterback, complemented by top tier supporting cast. Oh, don't try to take no slights now. Here's the verdict. Let's get into it. Career longevity and stats. Cam has the edge. Longer career, of course. More yards. The NFL's all-time quarterback rushing touchdown record for now. Hurts, team success and achievements. Hurts leads so far. 2 Super Bowl trips, 1 win, recent MVP level excellence. Peak versus consistency. Cam's peak was historically explosive, y'all. Don't forget that year. What, 2015? Sick. Hurts' peak is unfolding. We haven't seen peak, we don't think, yet, marked by recent playoff greatness. So if you love longevity and you value that, stats, peak, dual threat dominance, Cam Newton holds the edge. If championships, leadership, and playoff success matter most, especially as a career gains momentum, Jalen Hurts is currently ahead. You know what's crazy about this? It sounds almost like Peyton Manning versus Tom Brady. And it also sounds like when you're talking about Tom Brady specifically, hey, man, why are you better than every other quarterback? And then you get into things like playoff success, leadership, championships. But then when you talk about other quarterbacks that you say are better than Tom Brady, like a Peyton Manning, you start talking about stats and their peak dominance. Age-old argument in it. I thought it was fascinating. So let's get into this, and let me break it down for you real quick. Jalen Hurts is going to always suffer in his career of being slighted because, one, when you get benched in college, that stains your brain. And then, obviously, Tua went out there and won that championship. He goes to Oklahoma, still balls, but still comes up short as a team. But Heisman, all that stuff was in that running and all that. People look at you with that first impression forever to the lasting impression. Like you got to fight up a hill that is not even existing, right? Like Cam Ward right now, number 1 pick, will always be judged as you better be better than everybody else. Because I was pick 1? Okay. Not because Tennessee needed a quarterback and number 2 didn't need a quarterback in Jacksonville, so we going to pick you. It's not number 1 overall doesn't mean you're the best player. It just means the best available player talent that we want and need at that position. So Cam Ward is always going to be fighting from richer ground. And Jalen Hurts going to be fighting from poorer ground. That's a second-round draft choice. So I felt that, the benefits of it. You benefit because people are like, oh, man, you overachieved. We thought you were just going to be a second-rounder. You know you better than that. So they can say that Jalen Hurts is doing well or overachieving, but no one's going to put him as great as some of them other guys. Like we were just talking about Justin Herbert, who was picked up there. Just what neighborhood you from? You from the second round, homie? Oh, no, I'm good. If you from the first round, we look at you different. So Jalen Hurts, I know, is not fazed by that, but that's really the explanation behind why people take shots at him, even though he don't deserve them shots. Because, boy, he playing. But tell me, y'all top 10. Is Jalen Hurts in your top 10 or not? If so, beat it up in the comments. Let me know what you think. Who is your top 10? Where is Jalen Hurts ranked? And let's have some fun with it. Simple as that. Ain't that deep on the show? So, you know we doing this show, boy. We flow, boy. But before we flow, we make sure we check in on your dough, boy. So tell me, are you in debt? If you're in debt, medical debt, student loan debt, credit card debt, personal debt, man, I've been trying to watch Jalen Hurts play and go to all them damn Eagle games debt. Whatever it is, go to my team and monitor debt resolution. That's your financial wellness solution, okay? My man Jonathan did it. Guess who he is? Just a father and a husband, 3 kids, was in debt this year. Now he called, got a plan, and he's going to be debt-free next year. That could be you. So call us today. You understand what it is. Hit that QR code. You know what it is. Or go to pt.monitordebt.com. Do whatever you got to do to understand what we're talking about. So make sure you get out of debt. Stop drowning in them high-ass interest rates and them low monthly payments. It ain't going to work. Call my people at Monitor Debt Resolution. That's 866-204-0071, 866-204-0071. I love doing that now. I told you people be coming up to me going, blah, blah, blah. So I love it too. You know what we do on this show, boy. What do? We flow, boy, but before we flow, let me stop. Now let's get into this beat. Y'all ready for it? Let's go. Jaylen. Out there, Popeye the sailor sailing, wailing. Oh, he the man. Go get that thing. Let's go get it, Jalen Hurts. Put some Hurts on it. Ryan Clark and Cam Newton. It's a little bit of a respect check. All right, let's go get that thing. You know Ryan Clark in the chair. Cam got that stare. Dissing Jalen Hurts, RC came prepared. Woo! Cam, you the fashion king. Scarf game lit. But you talking about Jalen? That ain't legit. MVP once. Cool. We seen that shine. But Hurts in the bowl, bruh. In his prime? Clark said, hold up. You forgot who's cooking. That Philly boy got game. Y'all just ain't looking. Cam, respect the grime. It ain't all about flair. Jalen built like a tank, but moves like air. Put some Hurts on it. Respect that name. He played with poise and he win with pain. You had your time, but now it's his era. So zip that vest and check your mascara. Cam talking slick like he ain't me, bruh. Clark sipping tea like you ain't SB, bruh. No ring, no chip, just dabs and drip. While Hurts led the birds on the Super Bowl trip. Ooh, Cam was the show. Forget that flash, but Hurts got the work ethic and more class. Damn, young king ain't gonna dance in no huddle. Just lift the whole team and they stuck in the struggle. Cam got highlights, the smile, the flex, but Jalen got that dog command respect. Bench that Bama, came back like a beast. Now he feasting on haters, y'all the least of his feasts. Cam, stop throwing shade from your porch While Hurts got Philly, it looked like a human torch. Ryan Clark said it clear, no censors, no fluff. Jalen's better now, and that's more than enough. So you better respect that man because he should be in your top 10. Put him in your top 10, Cam. God dang. Come on, man. Come on, Cam. Put him in your top 10. Damn. This is Marcellus Wiley with an urgent message for anyone struggling with over $10,000 in credit card debt. Here's what you need to do right now. Visit pt.monitordebt.com. They've helped thousands reduce what they owe by dealing directly with creditors, cutting balances by 30, 40, even 50%. This isn't a loan. This is a proven debt settlement program where you make affordable monthly deposits while they do the heavy lifting. Many clients become debt-free in 24 to 48 months. Don't wait another day drowning in interest. Call 866-204-0071 or visit pt.monitordebt.com. Your financial freedom is waiting. It's just one phone call away.
It's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not hyperbole here.
Because I think the
Time to hydrate. Hydration's the situation, so